only doing 60.
What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got Lee, the owner of this RS Megane. It's a Cup 250. For those of you that follow the channel closely, you'll be aware that I used to own this car. In fact, I did mention this is probably one of my favourite cars I ever owned. Definitely my top 3, and I've owned at least 20-30 cars. So yeah, really excited to get behind the wheel today. As usual, we'll sort of talk about maintenance. We'll ask Lee why he purchased the car and just general ownership. So yeah, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in a sec. Alright Lee, so RS Megane, Cup 250, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Cup 250, so you've had a...
250 Cup, whatever you want to say, yeah.
Yeah, so this being a Cup, it's actually was an optional extra, right, from factory?
Yeah.
So it means you got like stiffer chassis?
You either had your normal 250,
yeah,
or you had the Cup 250, and that just, yeah, the main difference is the chassis.
So you get like a trickery with the suspension,
yeah,
diff.
The diff's the main thing really,
yeah.
You know.
Obviously 250 bhp, torques are roughly the same, isn't it, about 250 foot-pounds as well?
Yeah, a little bit more I think.
It's always been a little underpowered, hasn't it, to the competition?
It's one of those things that I think, for me, Renault seem to get the power right for this, because it's a bit lighter than some of the competition, you know.
Yeah,
like,
under 1400 is this?
Yeah, like as you know, I used to have a Mark II Focus RS.
What you find is with manufacturers that prioritise the driving experience, they're always a little underpowered, aren't they?
Yeah, they don't.
Even like the M3s, when you compare the M3 to its competition,
yeah, they don't go on.
They're always
numbers.
A little more. Yeah, it's not about the numbers game, is it?
No,
it's about usable power.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And once you get going, the power difference isn't as noticeable, is it?
No, I mean, to me, I think these are about 100 kilos less, at least 100 kilos less to drive.
I say it with every non-German car I get into, but I like just being in something different.
Yeah.
I'm so used to being in Golfs and Audis, and there's no denying that the build quality isn't up to the level of a Golf R, for example.
No.
But it's still nice. You know, I feel that you get a club sport feeling here. It's like being in I'm not being in a M3 CSL, but this is what it's like.
Yeah.
When you look at the pictures back to back.
People pay even more money for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It really keeps it driver focused in this cabin.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to mess about with, is there?
If you're driving it on a daily, you've got like the essentials, which is like you've got like your climate control in this particular one. We've got sat nav in there.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't get that in all of them.
Yeah, this is very quick, man.
Well, like the brakes are they're very progressive. They're not over servoed.
Right.
Like as soon as you touch them,
yeah,
they're down.
It feels so hunkered down to the ground.
Yeah,
as well.
and this is standard suspension, standard Cup suspension.
I love the sound that this car makes from inside the cabin. Look at that, man, it's so...
Yeah, it's on the road, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow, man. Very, very fast car, man.
So you need
Oh, shit.
I was only doing 60.
Feels nice to be back in here, you know that. But I didn't have the Alcantara wheel like this.
That's like an aftermarket thing, that is.
This is sport, isn't it? Because I can feel how sensitive the front is right now.
It's a little bit, to be honest, when you're like just slowly driving around, it's a little bit oversensitive, I think.
Wow, it's quite stiff, isn't it, the suspension? Yeah. Wow, that is unreal.
Just
like that.
It just does it, doesn't it? But you can pick a line.
I'm baffling.
You can just pick your line and it'll just take it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for standard suspension as well. You know, most cars you got to get coilovers on it, do the works. You know.
I want to say the way this car takes corners is unbelievable. You know that. It's just nothing. It's nothing to it. Like, you know, normally when you got a hot hatch on the limit like the RS or the ST, you feel like you've actually got to do some work. With this, it's just swallows corners. Like, it's absolutely nothing. Like we said, there is a compromise. It's a little stiff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really does hit those potholes as well.
Yeah.
It's probably not got adaptive suspension, you think?
No, it's hard.
Just passive. Yeah.
It's slightly better on your own, to be honest.
Wow, so engaging though, isn't it? It's like all the little movements.
Yeah.
It really follows the road, man. Yeah, this is a different level of car. I think that this is the perfect car to go to next. You know, if you were in like you said, like a Fiesta ST or even the Renault Clio, this is the perfect jumper. You've really got to concentrate on driving. It's not a car that you can sort of just let off the wheel and it's just gonna just float along. Yeah, you can feel it wave a little bit under acceleration.
I think some of that is the diff. Is the diff's trying to sort everything out, but I think on uneven roads it possibly makes it worse.
Yeah, what's the price of this?
It's about 10 grand, basically.
Wow. Have you had a little mess about with any friends? Like, I'm sure that on the move, nothing can surely shake this.
On down country lanes, people will struggle. Yeah, I don't think anything's really. I mean,
this is staying with M3s, everything. 100%.
Down country lanes. I mean, my honest belief is that on a track day, if you took this on a track day, your average person that isn't like, you know, not everyone is the best at drive, especially like rear wheel drive. You know, that's another. It's another ball game, especially on a track. I think on a normal person, normal track day, you'd be quicker in this than pretty much anything.
Yeah, I think. I believe that. Yeah. If you're not as experienced with this and you really drive like an Asbo, the back will come out and it will scare the shit out of you.
Yeah, I think if you drive
if
like,
you're not used to
like a bit of a fall, and you're going way too hot.
Yeah.
And
it'll swing out like
you'll have an issue. You will have an issue.
Whereas with your RS, that'd never happen, right?
No, not really. No, for me anyway. I don't think I remember the back end getting into play at all.
Jeez, man, it's pinpoint. As soon as you let off the clutch, you feel it just jump in it, sort of thing. You gotta be smooth with
it. You get used to it.
Definitely feels like challenging to drive as well.
Yeah.
The normal driver that gets into it will find it a little difficult, almost a little scary. Yeah. It's so on edge and so alive in your hands.
It's like a bit daunting, maybe.
Yeah. It definitely requires more from the driver, which is a good thing. You know, I think driving an RS, you jump into the RS or a Focus ST and you drive it quicker, a lot easier. I feel like I've got to learn how to drive it almost.
Yeah. They say that. I mean, when I was looking before I got one, they said, don't judge it massively on your first impression.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not even saying it in a negative way.
No, they say exactly what you're saying, pretty much. Like your first impression is a bit like, well, this is a bit mental, right? But in a
really driving the car, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've really got to drive it. And I suppose
they say
that's what I like though, because you've got in time. It's something for you to learn. It's a rewarding car.
Sort of thing,
Every time you go out, you're learning something new almost. But there's no denying that anybody that gets in this car and takes a corner, they're gonna be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
The way this takes corners, guys, it's unreal. I know I've not even pushed it one bit on cam, but I promise you, like, the capability is ridiculous. If you're into drag racing, quarter mile racing, this ain't the car for you, do you know what I mean? But on the move, country road slaying, nothing. I don't think anybody's getting away from this.
No.
This car is the only car that, when I got a little out of shape, this car is so capable. It almost just figures itself out. Guys, we're going to end the video there. Lee, thank you for coming down and taking the car for a drive. Yeah, definitely, guys, man, check it out. Go on eBay, get on Auto Trader, take a look, man. If you're about your driving, yeah, man, RS Megane. So yeah, as always, if you did enjoy it, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.